Hello and welcome to My Arbitrary World, where we're never prepared and yeah, we have no idea what we're doing. They can't hear you. So today we might have 3 guests instead of the usual 2. Alicio might come in. We got 4 mics now. Yeah. Yeah. You got to talk into the mic. Because now it's just me talking by myself to nobody.
What's different from normal?
Well, there's normally people that speak.
Oh, I thought you just talk to yourself a lot.
Or, I mean, James could talk. They're not going to hear you eating your sandwich.
Hello.
There you go.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
That was pretty good.
It was. Sounded just like him.
Her.
Oh, her. Mrs. Doubtfire.
It.
That's right.
Or whatever, gender specification.
Whatever they identify as.
You could be fluid.
Gender fluid? What is that?
That's when in one moment you could feel one gender.
Yeah, right now I'm male, but 5 minutes from now I might be female or an alligator.
Oh, I like fluid.
It's nice.
It's catchy. Not catchy. It's, what's the word I'm thinking of?
Also, I'm 6 years old.
No, you can't do
But
that.
also, I'm 65 years old.
So you're a little? You gotta get closer.
Yes.
Okay. What you got today?
Turkey.
Turkey?
Turkey jerky.
And we got
I also have turkey.
a turkey sandwich.
Turkey sandwich with cheese and mayo and mustard.
Turkey for a bunch of...
Yeah, everybody's eating right now except for me.
I got hungry, man. I didn't eat on first break.
You should have ate on first break.
I had that stroopwafel.
Oh yeah, it was a
Wasn't very
caramel
good.
waffle, but it was soft instead of crunchy.
Oh, yeah. Did you finish it?
No, I ate half. Threw it away.
Why didn't you give me the rest of me?
I told you, Keith, it wasn't worth it.
I'm fat. I would have at least tried it. So today, should we get into it, or you wanna?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna talk about what we think our future will be like.
Oh, we're not going to continue the future?
The time
Time
travel
travel?
thing? Why would we do that?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you guys
Oh.
were talking about...
We did terrible yesterday.
We
Well,
can
that's
do
what I'm
a little mini continuation because I wanted to ask if you could travel back in time, what period would you go to? Would you go to the future? Would you go to the past?
It doesn't have to be our time,
What do you mean?
like a time where we were alive already.
No, anytime.
No, anytime.
Oh, I would go into the future.
I think so too. Wait,
Oh.
what about, would I be able to, not that I'm doing it on purpose, but would I commit genocide just from being there? Or would I die from their diseases? Because their immune systems are going to be sort of adapted to a certain environment. Because, if you go back in time, you probably kill everybody or everybody around you. Because the viruses that you are carrying back...
No, I think their stuff is going to be way more advanced
I
than
had never
ours.
considered that before, but now I think about it.
I think
could
you
very
would die,
easily
but
wipe out the population because
no.
let's say you go to the past, something we have stuff now that or stronger versions of things that they had.
Oh, I thought you meant if you go to the future.
Now, if you go to the future, maybe...
You could go to the future. They could be like, "Oh, we wiped out
Hmm?
the flu."
I think if you go to the
Generations ago.
future, you might die, but if you go to the past, you're going to end the world.
I think it's safer to go to the future because if the technology is advanced enough, they can probably get around it.
You got to hold it closer.
I mean, look what happens now.
You got to remember from yesterday.
It's this closer than this.
You're not holding it
I had
that
it
close
right
when you
here.
talk. That's not close enough.
It's like 2 inches from it.
You're like 6 inches from it.
No way. Like
And-
three
And
or
we
4.
can't hear you at all.
No, sorry.
You're like 6 inches.
Well, I don't want them to hear me chewing.
Same here.
Okay, but when you're talking, Just hold it up.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Jeez, it's more of a chore.
Is it? You want to bring mic stands? You can buy
No.
those. Well, okay.
I have
then.
mic stands.
I was fine with
Yeah,
the
but
little
that's
mic.
just so much that we would have to bring. Look at the setup already. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. There's no more room in my backpack.
I feel like if anyone walked in here that isn't a part of this, they would just be like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
I guess I could get some kind of cushioned pouches to put these in instead of the metal cases. Because those
Probably.
barely squeeze into that backpack.
What is this thing? I like it.
It suspends the microphone so that there's no vibrations.
Oh. Who's on mic 3 right now? Jose?
Probably Alicia.
No, it's Jose.
I'm going to put this down for a second.
What for? Oh, God. So, okay, time travel. Yeah, I would go into the future just to see, like, how we advance. Or, oh, that
How
might...
much into the future, though? 500,000 years?
1,000 years.
I don't think the human race is going to be around.
No?
No, we probably blew ourselves into oblivion. Yeah.
I mean, that leads into our topic today.
Either we blew ourselves into oblivion or killed ourselves somehow, or we got
Nuclear
killed
war.
off by the colonies, Mars and the moon united, and they fought against us.
The aliens finally decided to come and
Wipe us
show
out.
us what's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible. Okay, if we do survive, though,
Okay, so let's
I would say
the
1,000 years.
You would probably seem like the weirdest thing ever. I think the culture is going to be so different.
The clothes that I'd be wearing,
Yeah.
just the knowledge that I have,
Yeah.
it would be nothing compared to...
You would be an anomaly. You probably wouldn't be able to understand people, even if they're still speaking English.
Oh,
Like,
you think we'll, like... Oh, okay, because, like, there's this show I watch. It's got Thomas Jane in it. And it's in the future, and it's Mars, Earth, and this civilization called the Belters.
It's a new show?
I think it's on, like, season 4 or 5 right now. What's it called? I don't know. The Expanse, I think. The Expanse.
Oh.
I started that one.
Is it good?
Nobody can hear you. Yeah, it's really good.
Sci-fi, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
I watched the first episode. I couldn't do it.
Why?
That's the one with Halle Berry, right?
No.
Oh, what the fuck am I thinking of?
Swordfish?
This is a TV series.
Yeah.
She's
TV
never
series.
done a TV series.
Yeah.
Has she?
She is in a space-oriented TV show right now.
I think you're holding the mic the wrong way.
Are you sure it's Halle
No, I'm
Berry?
not.
Oh. I'm going to have to turn you up then.
Are you sure it's Halle Berry?
Halle Berry is not in this show. I can tell you that.
But the same guy is? That's the guy who played the Punisher, right?
Yeah, Thomas Jane is in the show. He's like the main guy on the Belter place. Or the
Are they
Belt.
on a Kuiper Belt? I mean, in the Kuiper Belt or what?
I have no idea. I don't pay that much attention to it. It's just at the end of every episode, I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck just happened?
I've been watching the rest of the show. I've been looking at my phone. What happened?
Yeah, I don't pay. No. Like the last thing that happens in the episode is so exhilarating. Like it makes me want to keep watching.
Like it leaves you on a cliffhanger?
Yeah. I don't want to ruin anything in case
Don't.
y'all watch it. See, that's the problem with this guy. You can't ever say anything about anything. Oh, spoilers.
Well, yeah,
Because he might potentially watch it within the next 10 years.
and that one person who's listening, they might have not seen the stuff.
4 people listening.
The 4 people
I
that
can name
accidentally
them.
clicked on this one.
Why would it be an accident? Some people might love our banter.
Oh, a movie I forgot to mention yesterday was our last
12
time.
Monkeys.
Well, no, you said that.
Yeah.
It's The Day After Tomorrow. Is that what it's called? No. Live, Die, Repeat.
Oh, yeah,
What's the
yeah.
alternate
Where they're
title?
fighting the aliens. It was a Live, Die, Repeat, and... Oh, what was it?
It wasn't The Day After Tomorrow. Is an apocalyptic movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something like that. It's The Day After Tomorrow.
No. That's what you just said.
I did
Was
I?
it the day after tomorrow?
I just said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I, was,
You're like, it's not a. What'd you do?
I dropped my turkey jerk.
Drop my jerky.
Well, anyways, that movie, that was time travel. Time travel.
No.
Kind of.
Kinda.
It was straight up time travel. It had to repeat.
Is that really time travel though?
Well,
What?
you're not advancing.
I guess it was time travel. I guess it was time travel.
You know which one we were talking about, James?
No.
The
what?
one with what's his name?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. One of the biggest stars in the world. What's his name?
Yeah. What?
Oh,
What's
Oblivion?
that guy? No.
Emily Blunt is in it.
It's
They
where
have those mechs.
they're fighting aliens, and anytime he dies, he
Oh, and then it
restarts.
starts over?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right?
technically that's time travel. But
Because
Yeah,
they keep going back.
We'll give
The,
it.
the time doesn't advance. They have to.
Yeah, but he can only go to that certain point in time. Like he resets to a certain point.
But it is time travel in a way, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's replaying a
I
certain.
just said I'll give you credit for that.
You don't have to. I'm not.
it's a time loop.
Yeah, it's a loop.
Oh, and then Looper. Someone did you guys mention Looper? Oh, that was Alicia.
Somebody, yeah, Alicio did yesterday.
I
I've
wanna
never
see
seen
that
it.
movie again. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's pretty good. You should watch it.
You should watch it.
Nah.
No, I'm serious. You should watch it. It's you like sci-fi. You like steam, cyberpunk. It's a little bit cyberpunk, right?
No.
It's a little bit. It's
Kinda.
it's set in the future.
That doesn't mean it's cyberpunk.
It's a bit dystopian. It's like not as bad as Dread, like the environment. It's like
See, and Dread and what's the movie title for
what?
Blade Runner? Blade Runner and Dread are the two, like, that's cyberpunk to me. Those are the two things I think of.
And
Rollerball,
Altered Carbon.
Rollerball, yeah.
Running Man.
Altered Carbon. Oh yeah, Altered Carbon is.
Running Man is. Yeah, I guess.
Is it cyberpunk?
I would consider
And
it.
Total Recall maybe a little bit. It's like not there yet, but it's
Yeah,
It mixed the genre.
like it's on the cusp of becoming.
Yeah.
dude, you got to talk into that thing.
I got to like this.
Yeah,
You gotta deep
How does
throat
my
that.
voice sound now?
you sound good.
Yeah.
You sound deep.
Got that ASMR voice.
I feel like y'all don't know how microphones work.
This is the first time that I've used a microphone.
You
Even though
should
you-
use that one. You did good on
Have
that
to-
one yesterday.
I have to put my. But I need a screen so you don't get the popping.
Do you have a
Popping
screen?
sound. No.
There's something in here. It says it comes with one.
No.
Yeah, right there.
No, it says that's an accessory. It says recommended
Look at this
accessories.
trash. You didn't even get all the stuff with it.
You're trash.
You're trash.
This thing was expensive, I think.
It could have been.
It probably was.
Not anymore.
The recording studio altogether was like $2,000, so
Why do we keep mentioning that?
I don't know.
We mentioned it yesterday.
You guys are
Yeah.
gonna do a live band episode.
We should. No. Okay, so is that it for time travel?
Yeah, I just wanted to get that one out.
What else? Oh, you never said when you would go to. Neither one of y'all said when y'all would go to if you could time
I
travel.
said future.
Yeah, he
Um,
said future.
500 years in the future.
Okay.
I would like to go to the past,
Where?
like as far back as I can go.
Like how far back?
The dawn of time?
Yeah, the
You
dawn of
want to
man.
know if God
Yeah.
created the universe.
I wouldn't survive in the dinosaur times, so like if you could survive it,
So
then,
go back to the Big Bang.
Then yes, I would go back to the Big Bang, and I want to see how everything started.
So you want to know if it was God or if it was an
Would
explosion?
you be able to tell from your perspective?
I mean, I
though?
don't believe in God, so
He wants to know what started it all. Doesn't necessarily mean God.
yeah.
God or the Big Bang? What else is there?
Jesus.
Okay, so God, Jesus, or the Big Bang?
Yeah,
Those are your three options. Deal with it.
we're
Well, we
offending
know-
about 100 billion people right now.
Probably. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Wait, how is that offending them?
Maybe there are religious people out there that don't take
Too
too kindly to our blasphemy.
I mean, we just don't know other people's theories.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to see like the freaking pioneer days
Oh, that'd be cool.
and the
I'd like to see it. I don't want to live it.
industrial age, the 20s, the 30s, 40s, the 50s. I would like to visit each decade.
Each decade.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. I was gonna say, you hopefully have some money on you, because if you don't, you're screwed.
Yeah, well, even
You're
if you
gonna die.
have, huh?
Yeah,
You're gonna die.
because if you don't
Yeah.
have money, you're gonna have a shit job.
Well, even if you have our current like currency, you're
No, I mean you
You're
take
screwed.
gold
Yeah, you can get gold now and just melt it into bars and then take it back with you.
or take
well,
coins
no,
from
you're
that
gonna
era.
get robbed and fucking murdered.
Well, if they don't know you have it.
You're paying with everything in gold. You're dead.
But everybody was paying with everything in gold or silver.
Not at every decade,
I want to go to a bank in
Pretty much.
in the
dude.
Old
I would
West.
go back and be a pirate.
You get murdered. You get scurvy.
No, I want to be a pirate.
You get scurvy.
We have cures for that.
Well, now we do.
Okay, just take it with you
So he goes back
It's
and gets
vitamin
scurvy, then he
C.
comes to the future to get cured, and then goes back again.
to be a pirate.
I guess you can load up on like what,
Oh.
what is it? Is this it's just citrus fruit, right?
Yeah. Is it?
Get that. No.
Is
Vitamin C? Is it a vitamin C deficiency? I don't know.
I think
well,
so.
Well, yeah, but
'Cause-
there's a lot of vitamin C and
Because
They
they're
said you
getting
could just
plenty
eat
of the D
oranges.
out on the ocean.
or take lozenges.
You better like the D.
You're gonna get the D one way or the other.
I would like to see pirates.
I think it'd be cool.
I think if I did that, I would do it a la Neil deGrasse Tyson's like Sphere. You know that like spaceship he had,
Mm-hmm.
where you kind of hover. They don't see you, but you can see them. I would watch like old fights like from the Greeks or the Romans,
Yeah.
and then just watch them just tear. each
I would
other
like to
shreds.
see the Roman Empire at its height.
Look at Caesar, see what he looks like. I mean, I know they have an idea, right? They have carvings, they have
Yeah.
statues of him.
Yeah.
You know what I never knew, and I feel dumb? They had glass windows
They
In
did?
Rome.
in Rome, yeah.
Didn't they invent glass?
I don't know.
I think the Romans invented glass.
But they had these bathhouses, right? And they had pipes and
Mhm.
running water, and then they would have fires going that would heat the water, which it expands, so it causes the heat to flow through the hot bath. And then they had saunas, and they had huge glass windows facing the sun, so that it would heat up in
Capture
there.
heat.
Yeah,
like a greenhouse.
I was like, I thought they were living with just open holes.
Yeah, just shit in holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had plumbing and toilets and all kinds of crazy shit.
What? That's all of them though. In any time period, that's how they live. They shit in holes,
Yeah.
and
I mean, we shit in holes now. Well, we shit in bowls.
yeah, but there's a
on
place
top
for
of
that shit
holes.
to go.
There's still outhouses. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And
A
if
lot
you're
of
out in the
people
woods-
that live on reservations, they still don't have power or plumbing.
That's
or-
on. So
What up, guys?
see, he knows how to use a microphone. Thank you.
Yes.
Jose's having issues.
Yeah, Jose.
You too.
Jose
Well-
keeps holding it down by his crotch. And he's like, "Hey,
I'm gonna
what's
fart.
Hey,
up?"
mine was due with inexperience of using this particular microphone. Yesterday, I did fine.
Hey, why don't you just hold it out in front of your mouth and then?
No, my
talk?
hand will get tired. This thing weighs like a ton.
Dude,
No,
you
it-
should feel this one.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That thing doesn't weigh anything.
Well, that's
I
good.
mean, it's like 5 pounds right here.
That's
This is at
nothing.
least 3 times heavier than that. Yeah,
That is not 15 pounds.
I can do curls.
Just you can talk like this.
Yeah.
I know you.
Talk like this
keep
and I
fading
keep
in
cutting
and-
in and out.
Okay.
Just lay down. Just lay down next to it.
Did you buy a bowl?
Yes.
What do you eat?
So you get it.
Some chicken and
Chicken
rice.
and rice
Oh, you broke it.
and broccoli.
They had turkey. You should have got something with turkey.
They don't have microwave turkey.
I'm sure they do.
You want some mayo
No.
for your chicken?
That wouldn't be good in there.
Yeah, it would. Mustard,
No.
salt, pepper.
No. It's all seasoned
I
already.
stocked up.
It's pre-seasoned.
Okay, so what's the future going to be like? Jose,
How far into the future?
Say 1,000 years.
1,000 years.
We're
Where I want to visit.
we're not gonna have assholes by then. Excuse me.
Jesus.
You think we're not going to have assholes?
Yeah.
You think people are going to evolve that much?
Oh, I think after a certain point, if we really sort of take over our evolution through like genetics. Okay, maybe it's an exaggeration that we won't have an asshole.
Bioengineering and
Well, shit, like once a month or something like that.
bionics,
Gene splicing.
gene splicing.
And it also depends on which planet you're on. Like if you're on Mars, you're gonna look different.
So 1,000 years from now, you think we'll just all be perfect?
As far as close to it,
No.
it all depends on when we achieve that.
See, that's not what you told me last time I asked you this.
What did I say last time?
Idiocracy.
No, that was like you said 1,000 right now. We're living through
How far was Idiocracy into the future?
It was about 1,000.
500 years.
500?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, fuck it.
that's-
500 years. There's no way we're going from Idiocracy to perfection.
Well, you don't know that.
In 500 years, that's a long time. A lot can change. I just don't see that much changing.
No.
I
There's
don't-
still going to be a divide between the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah, I don't think perfection will be something that we ever achieve.
Yeah, I think so. I think once we achieve like a certain, we conquer our genetics. I think we'll be able to live for hundreds of years. We'll be able to.
How are poor people going to be able to afford that?
Well, I'm talking about like a utopia where like it's
Talking like Elysium, where poor people are.
The population of the planet is going to be like, let's say 500 years in the future. Okay. We're 7.5 or 7.7 billion right now, supposedly.
It's going to
There's going to be like 15 billion people on the planet.
probably more than
There's
that.
going to be food shortages. There's going to be,
Oh, maybe we'll all be eating Soylent Green.
yeah.
It'll be maybe like Blade Runner 2049 where they're farming grubs, and their trees
Probably.
are rare.
For the
trees are
protein,
extinct.
yeah.
almost.
So where's the perfection?
That's only 49 years from. No, not 49 years.
The only thing we can do is
It's 2049.
figure out how to live on the ocean because
Dude, water
most
world.
of the planet is water.
Fuck yes.
Figure out how to see. I had this idea of having, you take cruise ships and turn them into a floating apartment complex,
That would work.
and you pay rent.
But there's still a lot of like.
But you're going,
Waste.
you can go anywhere all over the world,
Well, until the thing sinks,
get supplies. Yeah.
And there's pirates probably.
there's definitely pirates.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be pirates.
But you know how many people you can fit on a cruise ship,
Thousands.
and you give them a gun. I don't think pirates are going to be able to take them over that easily. They'd be more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, because most pirate ships are like, what, 10 people? 20?
It's a canoe basically.
Well, I mean, they use oil tankers that they have taken over, and
That's true.
other cruise ships that they have taken over.
So
So,
you're
I
gonna
guess it's
have-
possible.
A yacht or a cruise ship, and then you're going to have a fucking oil tanker just pull up next to it with
Do a
1,000
drive-by.
Ooh,
pirates.
underwater cities.
That seems dangerous.
Like that game? What's that game called?
BioShock.
BioShock. Yeah.
I haven't played it.
Or
but I
that
know
movie,
some.
Movie.
something.
There's an underwater movie?
Yes. Well, there's two.
Oh.
The Abyss
Oh.
is one,
Oh, no.
and the other one has.
Wasn't the Abyss like them going into a ship? Oh no, they were underwater, right?
They were underwater because there was a ship that crashed, and they wanted to go check it out.
But it wasn't a city underwater. Technically, I guess you could look at a ship underwater, kind of be.
But the other one that has Samuel L. Jackson and some other
Shark
people.
one?
Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea?
No. It's about there's an alien.
Are you sure it's not Fishburne? It's
Fishburne.
No,
Lawrence-
it's definitely Samuel
Oh.
L. Jackson. And there's an entity, and it's communicating
The
with
sphere?
him, and it makes him go crazy.
the
Sphere, yes, sphere.
I've never seen it.
It's which one's the one
I
where
could
they,
be confusing abyss and sphere together.
Is the Abyss where they hell is a thing?
No,
Do you know which one I'm talking about? Where they open. There's like it's a portal into
I don't think I've seen
hell?
either of these movies.
the guy who was in Jurassic Park.
oh,
Dr.
you're
Grant?
thinking of Event Horizon.
That one, yeah.
Oh,
That one was under-
That's in space.
That was Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah,
that was one.
Yeah, that one is in
that's
space.
one of my favorite movies.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
I hope they never remake it because they'll just ruin it.
No, they're going to.
There,
It
No.
comes out next year.
No, fuck you.
2020, Event Horizon.
I kind of want it.
They could make a sequel, but they'd still
They'd
probably
ruin
ruin
that.
it.
I don't know that.
No, they would.
2049 was amazing. That was,
'Cause
that
the
was
ship-
a sequel.
Because the ship survived,
what,
didn't it?
What was 2049?
Blade Runner?
Oh, okay.
That's a sequel.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
The thing that
Perfect.
no. Okay. The thing about Blade Runner is they are very slow fucking movies. They are a slow burn.
Good. I liked it because of it.
Yeah. Most
It's like-
people don't though,
It's like Dune. You know, it's a good movie if you can sit through it.
which most people can't. I tried to show it to Megan.
Which one? Oh, dude.
She
Dune.
made it through 15 minutes and
Yeah.
she was asleep.
Me and Celeste tried to rewatch it,
There's only one.
and we got like 15 or 20
It's called
minutes in,
Dune.
and she was like, "I don't think we can do this right now. You got to be in a mood."
Which doesn't happen often.
No.
Wasn't the book like 12 inches thick? Like,
Yeah.
The book's very thick, yeah. Dude, I went to Barnes and Noble. God, way off topic. I went to Barnes and Noble last weekend. They just came out with an anniversary edition or something like that, a special edition.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's got this beautiful cover, and the pages, it's like, you know how they do that gold lining?
Mm-hmm.
It's
much?
blue. $40. I want it though.
Get it.
I don't
It's
have
worth
$40
it. I have a bunch of those
to spend on a book.
Barnes and Noble leather bound classics.
Yeah.
I have
Oh, this
shit.
isn't one of those. It's something different.
Mm.
It's some special edition. Okay, so is that what you think the future is going to be? We're going to live underwater, or
No, I'm just naming possibilities.
okay, what do you think
I'm
is
saying
going to happen?
we're going to continue what we're doing now, consuming way too many resources.
All the resources.
There's going to be way too many people. There's going to be a divide between the haves and have-nots. There's going to be advancements, but prices aren't going to go down. They're going to go up.
like they are.
Yeah. Like the rules of, even now, the rules of supply and demand aren't utilized the way they're supposed to. Things are supposed to get cheaper to make. You can produce more of them. Therefore, it costs you less to make them. Therefore, it should cost less to the consumer. But that's not what's happening. The company is saying, "Oh man, we can make
Well,
it cheaper.
Yeah,
we
everything
can make
is
more.
cheaper,
We can
but
sell
they're
more,
charging more for
but
everything.
we can raise the prices just a little bit,
well,
make
no.
more money."
Dude, okay. iPhone, Apple. I gotta go after them. The iPhone, what was it? The X?
The new one?
No. The
Yes, the
one
X.
you had before this one.
Yeah, the X.
That was the first phone that was $1,000 for a phone.
haven't they always been like around $1,000? The brand
No.
new ones?
$600, $700.
But
Yeah.
even adjusted for inflation, like the first, let's
No,
say
because
iPhone
the
3.
phone I got was like a $700 phone, and it was the phone that came out the same year as
and it
that.
was like the max.
No, the max is like $900.
So is the one you're quoting now as being 1,000? Is that just their base
That's
model?
the base for that one.
Okay.
And we're talking about like the year before they put out a phone that was $700.
For like the nice one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they know they can do it because things get cheaper and people want the new shiny.
Yeah, but you also take
Best.
into consideration all the research and development, and then the quality of the phone. I don't know much about it, but I'm assuming
It's not that much better than
It
the one
isn't.
from the year before.
I don't know much about phones, so I'll take your word for it.
That's my negative view of what the future is going to look like.
I feel like that's what it's going to be.
Well,
There is, okay, what makes things so expensive is the cost of living. Because the cost of living, that means labor has to be expensive. And you can't do anything without labor, without a labor force. So that's the most expensive part of anything today is labor costs. So if you can eliminate labor costs,
You're talking about getting rid of our job.
yeah,
Don't do that.
you get rid of
It's a matter
labor
of time.
costs, then prices can come down.
What the fuck are we going to do if they get rid of labor?
See, that's why they're talking about universal basic income, because they're talking about putting millions and millions and millions of people out of work. They have no other skills.
Yeah, I would say more than millions. I would say at least 1 billion people are labor workers.
Yeah.
Because
Most of
you
the
got to think
workforce
around the world.
around the world is labor, is manual labor.
And they're talking about replacing us with robots.
And I was watching the Boston Dynamics videos.
Is that the one you showed me?
Yes,
Yeah.
dude, the way that thing moves is fucking insane. And right now, they could make a fleet of those. They could do maybe not our job, but unloading and loading trucks. They could easily do that.
Send me the link and I'll put it in the description.
Okay. They could easily identify and sort packages and carry them. They can carry way more than we can carry. And they don't complain. They don't complain. They don't need to get paid. They don't need to take breaks. They don't have to have all these labor rules.
But my thing with that was you're going to have somebody that's able to repair them.
Yeah.
Watching over them.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
balance.
You got to make sure they're actually doing
It's a whole
what
new
they do.
industry. But you're going to have to make another whole new industry. You're going to have to create a job for people to repair those.
Which means smarter people.
I mean, if you're one company, I can make this robot. I can make 100,000 of these. They can take over this job role. How many companies are there in the world? They're going to say, hey, I want those. Each company gets 100,000 of them.
I feel like they would cost too much.
That company is going to have people that can service all of those robots. That's a lot of service jobs.
I feel like
And
it
that's a more
would cost
highly
too much
technical-
for anybody that wants to pay that.
Job.
But about how much time do you think it'll take from now till that happens?
They could do it now.
10
No,
years.
but can you right now?
Probably.
Like, how long would it take for them to develop the robots to do exactly what a group of truck unloaders would do? Like, and then
They're
for
there
them,
now.
they already do it at the same rate.
Yeah, he showed me the video.
They're
I showed them
unloading
the video
truck?
how the thing can.
What,
like,
you mean extremely slow?
They could run and do like
No
tumbles
comment.
and flips and stuff and balance on stuff, and they put the labels on boxes and they can identify the boxes and pick them up and move them in spots and sort
Talking to the microphone.
and sort them. Sorry, I was using my hands for animation here.
Okay.
They could do it now,
here's
is
my
what
thing.
I'm saying.
We just
The
got-
technology exists right
hold
now.
on. We just got that machine in the back room that pretty much unloads the truck for them. You just put
And that
the
thing's
box.
like 20 years behind what they could do now.
It is so slow, but that's all that they're willing to buy. That's
Well,
all
that-
that they're willing to pay for.
Well, I'm
They're
sure
not
that
gonna
thing was
buy-
like $50,000.
No,
Well,
it was
yeah,
like
definitely.
No, somebody said it was like 250.
250,000.
That's what I heard. Because at first I heard 2.5 and then 2.5 million, and then I asked, and they're like, no, it's 250.
Yeah, they said that thing has actually slowed them down. They go slower because of it.
But that's because they haven't had the robots to pair
They're
it
not
with.
willing to pay for them. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's because they have to look at the office
And look at the machine that cleans the floors. It can't even do its job.
Not yet.
Those robots could unload the truck, sort everything, and pull the freight out to the floor where it goes
They're not going to pay for them.
right now.
I don't know if I would say, conservatively speaking, 10, 15 years before a robot can pull a pallet and then not run over a child.
Oh, no, they have one that pulls freight out.
Does it have wheels or does?
Yeah. Didn't you show me that video?
No, but Amazon do have the robots that move right around the store.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen-
I mean, they
seen
have
those.
obstacle avoidance, and they can recognize the difference between people and objects.
They just got to
and-
team up with Tesla.
Yeah, but that's a warehouse. Like, what about where you have a place where you have like
Yeah.
customers?
Right now, Tesla just released their update to their autopilot. You can summon your car. You can stand at the front of the store, and your
Oh,
car
yeah, and
can
have
be
it
parked in the
come
back, and it will drive around and come and pick you up.
Oh, yeah,
But
you
doesn't
showed
it
me.
take,
The
like-
David,
like
what's his name?
5 minutes?
David
Dobrik?
Dobrik?
Doesn't it
Crazy.
take like 5 minutes?
Well, it'll only drive at like 2 miles an hour.
And then I've seen the videos where like it gets stuck. It sees a car backing out, and then it just like it just freezes.
yeah, it recognizes that there's a car backing out, so it stops.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is that I don't think it's as sophisticated enough for them to trust a robot to pull a pallet around.
Speak into the microphone.
You can't hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
Look,
Whenever
this is
you're
how
talking
far I
like
am.
this.
If you can't hear
That's
me,
not close enough.
that's not close enough.
No, you gotta have it right.
Yeah, have it in your mouth.
Like that's what I keep saying. Okay, I don't think the technology is there yet. I want to say it's close, like because you have to think
We're
about
like
liability.
5 years away from being able to
Oh
implement
man,
it.
I don't know. I want to say 10, 15.
I say 20 before they're willing to spend the money.
Yeah, I mean,
That's true. That's two different questions. When is the technology going to be there?
Now,
5 years, I would say it could be done perfectly.
okay, yeah, 5 years.
When are they going to be willing to spend that kind of money?
20 to 30
I don't know.
years.
I don't know, man, because inflation and cost of living keeps going up, which means
That is
people
true.
are demanding right now $15 minimum wage, and there are companies that can't afford that. I mean, there are small companies that literally can't afford to pay people that much.
That's true.
So they're going to be they're looking for other options. Amazon already uses robots to sort and carry.
Yeah, but can you
Freight
see
to different
retail
parts of the
stores
warehouse?
trying to use robots for everything?
Yeah.
I think there's just
Dude,
too much error.
They're already going to get the scanning robot that goes down the aisles, scans all the outs, and then it tells the other robot,
Hey, go
says,
pick
hey,
this stuff.
we need this stuff. And then the freaking cart, we're getting those carts that you can call it to the sales floor and it'll fucking come to you.
Those are the ones I was talking about. But they can drive themselves too.
Yeah.
Doesn't
that's
it
what
have
I'm
the
saying.
same brain as the washer one?
the washer that gets
I
stuck
don't know.
like every 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I mean, that's all programming though. That's not
Oh, no,
hardware.
I'm
the
saying
hardware is there.
I'm saying that it's close. It's just that I don't know if it's that close.
It's going to be a while.
Machine learning. You
Yeah.
need more advanced machine learning.
Like the machine you mentioned that scans out, doesn't it have to be zoned for it to recognize that there's an
Yeah.
out?
That's
there's-
the problem.
so you
Perfect
gotta-
zone.
Well, yeah, but they're going to have robot zoning now.
But think about what zoning is like,
The only flaw in the system is that there's still people involved.
right?
All right,
people
get
are
rid of
flawed.
people. Let's just kill them all.
Like,
You hear that, everybody?
Look, think about what a robot has to do to zone tiny little items. And yes, it could be done. I'm just saying that it's very sort of tedious.
Tiny
All
hands.
it needs
Tiny-
is a rod that's
Yeah, a rod or a
22
sleeve
inches
or something
and
that
it
can,
can
kind
go
of,
in. And
yeah, but I mean, think about how sophisticated that can be. You know, how long? Like 5 years, maybe.
Okay, that's not that
For
far
doing
away.
those kinds of tasks,
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably
You just upload the mod to it.
10,
and
10 15 years off.
Yeah.
But then
It'll
it has to
fix
pick up
Dude,
the item.
could you
and check the
imagine that
UTC?
if you just uploaded like what the new mod is going to be and the robot goes and it instantly pulls everything it needs to and just does it all?
Yeah, think about it. It says, here's a list of Nomad stuff. It could scan it instantly and say, okay,
just
these items
pulls
need
it
to be
off.
pulls
removed.
it or puts a
Immediately.
mark on
Yeah.
for someone to take it off.
Or it just kind of.
It's
then-
scary.
And then it can scan the pattern of the items that are on the shelf, what they are and where they are, where they're moving to, and be able to fucking reorganize it like pretty much instantly.
I think there's a lot of movements that go along with that.
Yeah, it'd be complicated.
Like in the movie, Will Smith and the robot. What is it called?
Oh, the
iRobot?
iRobot?
iRobot. Okay, now those robots could pull that off. But how far into the future is that movie? Like
iRobot?
Yeah, because they have like the sweet hovering cars.
That was
At least 150 years.
way more than that.
More
I
than
think.
that? Well, that's what I'm saying. When you get to robots
I'll look it up.
that sophisticated, then yeah, I think that you could have a robot that could zone, that could work top stock, that could work, everything.
You're horrible with a microphone.
That was a
Logan.
sad
If
movie.
it could memorize where anything is, like, oh, there's one of this, and it'll find it,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Customer says, hey, I want this, but I don't see it on the shelf. Robot could be like, oh, there's one here, there's one here, there's one here, there's one here. Let me go get it for you. But I'm saying right now,
2035.
like basic labor
Yeah,
could be
basically.
taken over by a robot.
20 what?
force.
2035. That's not realistic at all.
No.
None of them are. 2070, 20, what's the
Blade Runner?
Blade Runner?
2049.
2049?
That
Well,
one.
okay, that definitely isn't.
That's 29 years from now. Nothing's going to change that much in 29 years.
Well, yeah, all the trees died or whatever. There's a food shortage. That movie. That seems
Like I was
believable.
watching the 100. Oh, but you don't know what time period they're starting out in.
No,
The
I don't think
100
they
years.
mentioned a year.
Okay, never mind. Because I mean, even just the people that they lived on the ship, right, and then they go back to Earth,
Yeah.
and then there's people there and they speak English. And I'm like, it's been 100 years after a nuclear war where most everybody was wiped out. There's radiation.
For which movie again?
It's a TV show called The 100.
Yeah.
You should watch it, by the way.
So the language doesn't change at all?
No.
They create their own language, but only out of what would you say? They use it so that what they call the sky people, the people that come from the space station that they left Earth to survive the nuclear war, when they come back, they think of them as enemies and they don't want them to understand what they're saying to each other, so they create their own language. But they do still speak English. And it's the same English that the sky people speak.
Yeah.
And they have
Their
been
English
apart
doesn't change at all.
for 100 years.
I think it's more than 100 years.
No, it wasn't even 100. It was 97.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because language changes pretty fast. Or it can.
can.
It can, yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to look at our language. Think
Or-
of all the new words that come out every year. Like
Yeah, but
dab.
I could go back to 1960 and speak like this, and they would understand me. They'd think it's kind of weird.
What about the 1700s?
Certain words that you use would be really weird. What are some of the words? Because you know all that shit.
I don't know.
You're with
Flossing.
it.
Flossing. Yeah, I
dabbing.
floss.
Oh.
No, not that.
Fleek.
Flossing.
Oh, fleek.
Lit.
Lit.
On point.
Shade.
Yeah,
Point.
all that
Shade.
shit.
Oh, that's not a new word.
No,
That's just
throwing
shade.
shade.
Yeah.
Throwing shade, that's new.
Yeah, that's more of a phrase, though.
Fire.
Still.
That's fire.
Fade.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What was it?
It's
And
on
catch
fire?
that fade.
I never heard that one.
That's when they beat you up.
all sorts of shit that if you went back and said, they would think you're, what, that's fire? Oh,
Twerk.
shit, get a fire extinguisher. Get the water hose.
That's lit. Oh, the lantern? You lit the lantern?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Send
if you
them
go
back to say, "What's up, dog?"
What's up, dog?
They
What?
probably put you in
What?
a mental
Are you speaking to my canine companion? No, I'm talking to you.
'Cause
So,
it ma-
bro, we are not brothers.
Your mother is not my
What
mother.
do you even know what bro is?
Dude, they probably fight you because then
No,
you're
they
assuming that you're insinuating that their mom's a whore.
You're insulting them.
Yeah, that's true. You'd be dead.
They challenge you to a duel. Oh, first you slap them with the glove or whatever you're gonna do, and then you have to duel.
No, they would slap you.
Oh, right. And then if you don't duel them, then you look like a little bitch.
A
Isn't that the rule?
Yeller in the cowboy days?
Oh, okay. I'm talking about like not that far from that. It's the founding fathers' time, like where people
You'd
were
be a coward.
gentlemen. And, yeah, coward, I guess.
Oh, there was a scene in Back to the Future where when he's in the 1800s, no, it's just it ties in, where Biff is challenging him to the gunfight, right? And he's talking, and what does he say? Marty says something to Biff, and then Biff looks at his friend because they don't understand what the fuck he said.
Oh yeah, I don't
He was
remember
like,
what
"What?"
he says.
He was like, I don't know. He's like, mighty strong words, run.
Yeah, I don't remember what he says, but I remember the scene.
Well, they had their like language like that, but of the time that we recognize as being normal, but to them, it's particular to the time.
Yeah.
So
And
What do you
then,
think the future would be?
Oh yeah, he says far out because he goes, "Oh, frisbee, far out," and they're like,
Yeah.
"What was the meaning of that?" I don't know. It was right in front of them.
all literal.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about your job being taken over by a robot?
Well, no. Just the future in general.
Oh,
It doesn't have to
okay.
be. What do you think it could look like?
I say it could be the same, except
The same as what?
right now,
Oh,
except less resources, I guess.
How far into the future are you talking about?
like 500 years.
1 month.
Oh, 1 month.
1 month from now,
That's safe to say. He's Nostradamus.
less resources. That's right.
Well, hey, a quick thing before I forget. The population of the Earth, it's supposed to cap out at like 9.5.
There's no way.
Well, they estimate based on education, contraception, health services.
No, because this is where idiocracy got it right. Education is going down, but
That
the
is true.
population is gonna fucking skyrocket.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but we don't know the more specifics of that time. Like there could have been a major war that wiped out a lot of them.
No, they showed everything.
Yeah, they had the Dust Bowl.
Yeah, a lot of people died in that movie. Like it was after like a big. Remember there was rubble everywhere, and
Yeah, I'm saying the population's gonna go up, and then, a catastrophe is gonna strike.
That's a
but
perfect example. When education goes down, population goes up. So when education goes up, population goes down.
after education goes down, do you really think that it's gonna go back up again?
It can. It has in the past. I'm sure.
Has it?
No.
Has it?
Education compared to 100 years ago.
No. A lot of people.
Once the
beg to
government took over the education system in America, it just started falling down. We were number 1 in the world, and then we went to like 13, and now we're like 79 or something.
Something low.
I don't know if we're number 1 in anything in terms of like.
We're
The-
number
the
1
courses.
oil exporter.
And number
And
1 in people
military.
that believe in angels.
That's random. Military, I think, is number 1 too.
It's something we're number 1 in. Oh, yeah, our military is probably number 1.
It is number 1. I think we way leave everyone behind.
They're catching up though.
Are they?
China.
China. Yeah.
See, they just have strength in numbers.
That's all you need, though.
No.
Yeah,
No. Think of the Alamo. They had less.
they lost.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they all died, Jose.
I
Remember the Alamo. Yeah,
never
they
mind.
all died.
I delete that part.
Yeah, let me flag it real quick.
But yeah, no. So population is supposed to cap at 9.5 ish.
I don't think so.
I don't
No,
believe
it should.
I think we need to lower the population.
What does that mean?
Genocide.
I think that's what it means.
Genocide. It's the only answer.
So what about a lottery system where it's fair? Like it doesn't matter who. It's not going to be fair.
So
because
you
rich
get picked.
people are
So
gonna-
it's like the
Hunger Games.
it's what it
What is it?
what was it called? It's like the draft, except instead of going into the army, they kill you.
Yeah, you get
You
a
don't
number.
get picked, you're gone.
Yeah.
If you get picked, they put you on a spaceship into the sun or something like that.
Well, no,
See,
it
I was
was-
telling Keith the other day. I think I was telling you that. Oh no, I was talking to Celeste about it. That we need to perfect cryogenic storage of people, and then
I mean, who are we going to freeze, though?
you just take half the population in a lottery and be like, okay, you're gonna go into cryogenic sleep, and in the future you're gonna wake up. We're gonna wake you up when things have leveled out.
Like Demolition Man.
Yeah, but I don't think they would ever wake anybody up.
Probably not.
No, if we find another planet that's suitable.
Because the
then-
way that things are now, it'd be the rich people would be like, well, let's put all the fucking poor people in there.
Yeah.
No, but-
Instead
yeah.
of that, we should just find another planet that we could colonize.
Yeah.
So we can destroy that one.
Yeah, exactly.
No, hopefully we learned our lesson, and we don't have diesel trucks,
We're-
just
we're not
smoking
gonna
the guy
learn
next to him.
any lessons, though.
I think we
That's
are.
the issue.
No, I think you don't give humanity enough credit.
You're too optimistic.
That's not
It'd
a
be
bad
like
thing.
all those aliens where they go, take our research, and move on to the next planet.
Pretty much. That's going to be humans. It
don't
wasn't
know.
Holy
actually
shit.
aliens.
We're
doing
talking
it.
about ourselves in the future.
Yeah, that's all it is.
But right now we're seeing ourselves as aliens.
Oh, back to time travel. We're actually seeing ourselves come and dominate planets.
The aliens are coming, and they're crying and watching us destroy this planet. That
Oh, like
was
the
theirs.
Native Americans and
Yeah.
the. Whenever
Exactly.
you litter,
Yeah.
Do you believe in UFOs?
we're not getting into this.
That's a different episode.
Well, we definitely do. All of us have talked about it.
Yeah. I've seen some strange stuff.
Light.
I saw a
I
light
did
in
it.
the
I've
sky.
seen some
I
lights.
saw a light. No lie. That's got to be a different episode because it'll take forever to get through.
I'll put it on the list. I thought you didn't want to talk about
So
aliens.
when did I say that?
You said I don't know much about UFOs, and I was like, it doesn't matter. Just talk about aliens.
Did I say that?
That doesn't
Yes.
sound like
I was
some-
probably joking.
Oh,
But my idea was to freeze everybody, like as many people as possible,
yeah.
and then hold them for at least 100 years, allow the earth to rebalance itself. Because without all those people, there's less power generation, less carbon in the air.
So
Yeah.
would the
And
people
then
not
you
frozen
slowly
procreate?
over time start waking them up.
Okay.
They wouldn't do it.
So they wouldn't procreate, the people that aren't frozen? Because if
They
you
would
do,
have
then
to.
you kind of neutralize the idea.
Yeah, they would have to. But
But a controlled, maybe.
yeah, controlled, because there has to be a younger generation to take up the mantle, right?
It'd
I
be
mean,
s-
that's why China is where it is now, because they had that one child rule,
Yeah.
and now they have all these old people and not enough young people.
I was saying it was like Hunger Games because that's what they did. They put everybody's name in a thing and then they just picked.
Just young people.
Yeah, it was between the ages of
Like
12
5.
and
Oh.
18, something like that.
They should have kept that a little bit more specific. Because a 12-year-old going up against an 18-year-old,
It didn't matter.
it kind of does.
But no, it didn't matter because districts 1 and 2, they dominated the entire thing.
Why?
They trained their children from the
Oh, so
the
they're like the
youngest age.
Spartans of the time?
yeah, and then the 18-year-olds would just volunteer every year, so they would never pick
Wow.
the younger ones.
So would they just volunteer their best?
Yeah.
Why didn't every district just do that?
Because they're
Because-
pansy.
Some of them were poor.
Yeah, most
Oh,
of them
yeah.
were poor. District 1 and 2 were like loaded.
Doesn't
All the
take
other-
money to train though.
They needed them to work.
Like lift logs.
yeah.
That'll make it strong.
All of them work. They could barely feed themselves, and then they get picked to go die.
Yeah.
See, it's all about the poor people. It's always the
'Cause-
rich against the poor. Like that one time
Time cop,
no time
time travel.
Time traveler.
the one with Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel.
Oh, timeless.
Oh, it was just
No.
timeless.
Yeah.
Is it?
Or
No, it's timeless. Is the other one with the
Time
pill.
shift?
I think it was in time.
In time.
Where you have to buy your life minutes?
Yeah,
or something
you're
like that?
you're paid in because the medical industry advanced so far that people can pretty much live forever.
Yeah.
If you had no.
So the only currency is time, how much time you have to live.
Wait, so did everyone just stay that age that they were
Yeah,
at?
you stopped aging at 35, and then that's when you got your time. And then so when you work, you get paid in time. When you buy stuff, you pay with your time.
So how did they extend your life?
They just give it to you.
Yeah.
How? A
by
serum?
working.
No,
but how do you-
You've never seen the movie?
No.
It just transfers. It's like an
I heard it
electronic
sucks.
transfer.
Yeah.
No.
So,
You
so
shake
like
hands, and then whoever's hands on top, they're receiving money. Or if it's like this,
Receiving
they're
time.
Giving time, yeah.
So if you ran out, you just died.
And so there are
Yeah,
rich
you
people
die.
that have
They
like,
show people just dropping
you know,
dead.
600 million days or 600 years or whatever.
Wow.
And then there are people that are living basically paycheck to paycheck, where like the
Minute.
next 24 hours they need to get some time.
Yeah, they would have 24 hours to live, and when you work, you basically get 24
That's how
hours.
in the show because him and his mom they're both 35. They look 35.
Who played his mom? Because she was
Mila
hot.
Jessica
Kunis?
Biel
Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
She-
and Justin Timberlake. So she was his mom, but they look the same age because they don't age. And she went somewhere and she was running out of time, and so he went to work, and then it was payday, so he got paid, and then he had to try and meet her to give her some time.
but he was
barely
late.
made it, and
She died?
Yeah, as soon as your clock runs out, your heart just stops beating.
So
Yeah. There's no fixing it.
so if they did without that, everyone would just live forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But so they controlled who can live and die based on.
exactly.
Yeah, because they didn't want everybody living forever.
Okay, I gotta watch that movie then.
It's
I-
worth it.
The first time I saw the preview for it, I was
I
like, it
agree.
looks like hot garbage.
Oh, and it's got Dakota Fanning, right?
Does it?
Isn't that the girl? Who was the girl? Was it not?
Oh,
Dakota
it might
Fanning?
be. I can't remember.
I thought it was Justin Timberlake and Dakota Fanning.
It probably is.
It probably is. It was a blonde chick.
I just remember Jessica Biel because she's fine.
Yeah,
How do
she-
you forget her? I forgot her name. Wasn't
Okay.
thinking about her name.
Hey, no sexism.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking about her brain because she's a very smart lady. Very well spoken, unlike me.
Agreed.
So that's what I see is in the future that dynamic's always going to be there.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be rich versus poor.
I think unless we get to a Star Trek kind of future where
Ooh, that's the perfect future.
isn't that future communism?
You know
Space
what?
communism.
I'm gonna add that to the list. Star Wars versus Star Trek.
Star Wars.
I mean, I like both. So.
Well, it depends on what you're asking.
Which one do you like more?
Oh, okay, Star Wars.
And then we talk about them.
But yeah, let's not get
You
into
have
that.
to pick one.
Oh, not right
Fuck
now.
you! I don't have to pick anything.
No, you have to pick one.
Um.
Later, though.
Oh yeah. But if we get to a point like Star Trek, where food is generated, where drink is generated, when medicine is there, I think then we would not have. There's no reason. There's no reason for money. Now a lot of things have to
They
change.
still had currency, though, didn't
We
they?
could do
They
that
had
now.
credits. They had credits.
Yeah, credit.
No, I know, but the human is not ready for that. Like we're still too. We're not evolved yet.
Stupid.
Evolved, not physically, but I mean like
Mentally.
culturally, socially. I think there will be a point where we can get to that future, that utopia. Unless you're a red shirt, then you're gonna die. Or is that Star Trek? Yeah,
That's Star Trek.
That is Star Trek.
You will always die. Don't be a red shirt.
Just be blue or yellow or gold.
Blue or gold, they were the only ones that lived, right? Because gold was captain.
No,
Weren't blue-
red is captain.
No.
No, I thought red was the security people stuff.
Yeah, red is the, like,
No,
workforce.
gold is
Workforce?
security. Gold is
Dude, you don't know your own show.
security and engineers.
They were like
Blue is
main.
medical, and red were officers, including the captain. Which Star Trek are we talking about? The original,
Yeah.
original series?
I don't know the difference.
No, gold shirt is the captain.
Okay, original. Yes, he wore a gold shirt,
Yeah.
and his officers
always worn the
his
gold
officers were red.
Yeah,
The
they
next
always
generation, all officers wore red.
The only issue I have with a feature like that is that you're always gonna have scumbags, and so the people who are like not
you're always
gonna
gonna have a
work,
dick. You're always gonna have somebody that's just not satisfied.
That's why you
had.
kill
Still
them
wearing
off.
the gold shirt.
Space is right there.
Okay.
Just-
I'm telling you, it's always been gold.
I don't.
It's the red shirts that die. That's what we're saying.
You're talking about the original series. I was talking about
No, I'm talking about.
the next generation.
This is the newest movie.
I'm talking about the TV show, not the movies.
Same timeline.
I don't remember the movies.
Same timeline. The new movies?
Yeah.
How
Are
do
you
not
guys
remember
talking about
those?
this?
Yeah. Why are we fighting? All right, you win.
We're not fighting.
Get over it.
Who's fighting? I was just
You
looking.
guys are
I was showing
arguing
you
about
the,
the
pictures.
colors of the shirts.
Red shirts die.
I thought we were talking about apocalypse stuff or what?
Hey, I got a joke for you.
Go ahead.
Since we were talking about pirates earlier, why are pirates called pirates?
Because they get paid in pie. Their rate is pie. Pie rate.
No,
Okay. well,
I don't even
That was
feel like
my
telling
attempt.
the punchline anymore.
Why?
Because they are.
That's a good one.
You want to know a fun fact about pirates? You know why they wore eye patches?
It's
Oh,
so. Oh,
I
I do
heard.
know why. Where did I
Because-
hear about this?
I think I told you a long time ago.
No, I was listening to it like the other day. They wear eye patches not because they were blind in their eye, but it's so that whenever they go into a dark room, they switched over the eye patch and they could
And
see.
They always keep one eye with night vision, so they can switch it over at night, especially when they're asleep, because captains were always killed in their sleep, so that they have good night vision. So they hear a noise, they just flip it over.
That's
They can
pretty
instantly
good,
see
right?
at night.
Fuck,
That's
it-
smart.
Is it worth
It is.
being a
Fucking genius.
captain?
Oh, well, no, I mean, you didn't have to be a captain to wear an eye patch. All right, second joke.
It was just smart business.
Where do pirates go to drink? At the bar.
Oh, I see a pattern here. I think if you tell me another joke, I'd figure it out.
Would you? Oh. What do pirates drive?
Prius.
Cars.
No, boats, dummy.
Got me.
But yeah, what was back?
We were talking about what our
Yeah,
future
we
would
were
look
talking
like.
about it, and then you guys started talking about Star Trek.
Star Trek's in the future.
No, that I mentioned that, and then you guys started arguing about what colors what.
See, okay, the future I think we're going to have is idiocracy. I think that is where we're going.
There is one possibility if we can go that way. Yeah,
But the future I want to see.
We're already going that way. You
Yeah,
see what's going on in the
No,
freaking
no,
world
okay,
today.
okay,
It's
okay.
getting there.
Enough. The future I want to see is Star Trek.
Yes.
So what future do you want to happen?
same here.
Star Trek.
Star Trek, because it's utopia as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Plus they have spaceships. What about you?
They accept
Go to
all
different
races,
planets, different worlds.
religions too.
So
right?
that's what you would want to see?
Yes.
No. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Yes.
Star Trek?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one I want. The one I want to see is like Blade Runner, where it's like real gritty.
Where everything's dead.
I don't think you would
I-
survive though. None of us would.
What, the people there survived?
They're a little more badass than we are.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you gotta adapt.
We have a podcast. They kill people to live.
Trees don't exist, or they're super rare.
And it seems like it's always dark then too.
Yeah, because
Like- I think I would like it. Because even when the sun's out, it's barely bright.
Yeah, because all the dust in the air.
Yeah. Okay, that's my future. You know what? The future I want to see, Waterworld. Just because I fucking love that movie.
to see, as in to pop in, watch, look at it, and then leave.
Yeah, but if
Oh,
I popped in and looked at it, it'd just be
You-
like, oh, there's some.
Or
wouldn't make it a
experience
week.
it for a little while.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live it.
No, you wouldn't make it 3 days. I think.
No.
Definitely
On a
not.
boat with no shade
no,
in the
no.
sun.
You just land in the water. Like that's like. Were you gonna land in one of the boats that's
Oh
floating around the
yeah.
whole
If
planet?
you get lucky, you land in a boat.
And then they'll eat your life, probably.
Which
They'll
there
probably eat
aren't many.
Well, what if you got lucky and you landed on dry land?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, what if you land on like?
Well,
on,
dry
on a
land was only in one place, right? Up north.
Yeah.
It was Mount Everest.
My question is,
Was it?
how could all the people on the planet, they're all on boats, and they're all just sailing all around the world, and nobody found land?
It's nobody
Good point.
They
explored.
never thought to go north.
The fucking Chinese found North America in like the fucking
Way before Christopher Columbus.
Blasphemy.
like 500 BC or something.
We,
or
we don't have
580.
actual dates, so don't quote us on any of
That
it.
sounds about right.
I'll stick to 580.
Oh, but in one of the deleted scenes for Waterworld,
Hmm.
there's supposed to be a plaque that they find that says Mount Everest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they should have put that.
Even though, is Mount Everest the highest point from?
Sea level
Yeah,
above.
I don't know.
because I know it's one of the highest something.
No.
I don't think it is.
So maybe there's more than one dry land.
There's Kilimanjaro. There's Everest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna start naming mountains that are really tall, because I don't know any. Everest, that's it.
You ever hear of a guy named Jacques Fresco?
Nope.
No.
He's a futurist and an engineer and a architect. And he came up with an economic system based on bartering or based on resources, not bartering, based on available resources.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, the planet has enough resources to support everybody that's currently on the planet. So everything should be divided up equally amongst everybody. So if you just get resources, you don't have to work for them. I mean, you have to work for them. Like, people have to do the work. So you would take volunteers to say you only had to work 3 hours a week.
That's not enough.
If everybody on the planet has to work, everyone would only have to work 3 hours a week, and everybody would get everything they needed without any money.
Just hand it to you.
Yes.
Well, you earned it. Worked
You could
hard.
go, let's say, like, oh man, I'm going to go on vacation. I need a good camera. You just go and say, hey, I need a camera, and they give you a camera. There's no money. Nothing has value because everyone can just go get it. So there's no theft.
Okay, but I think I have a downside.
And
Would
you're talking about
companies-
lazy people. You
No,
only
no,
work
no, no.
3 hours a week.
What if companies no longer wanted to advance products because everything's just given away?
It's for the better of human.
Yeah, you would do it for the.
Would they?
You would do it for
people are
the
greedy.
seeking of knowledge. I mean, that's essentially at the heart of why science exists: is people seeking
No, I'm
and
talking about
seeking
fucking
advancements
corporations
and the
like
better,
Samsung and Apple.
But you're talking about the most massive corporation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not gonna do that for free. They would never agree to it.
I mean, they could do it now. Think about you can buy a TV. You can buy a $5,000 TV,
Yeah.
or you can buy a $300 TV,
Mm-hmm.
and the difference in quality and the manufacturing is why the price is different, right? They're like, okay, we're gonna make this TV. This is gonna be, $5,000.
Well, I'm just talking about the
for the people
camera
that can afford
thing.
it. Okay, $5,000 camera that people can afford. We can make a similar one with, shittier parts.
But the pictures.
But
aren't
why
gonna be
not
as
just
good.
say this is as good as we can make something? So just make everything that good and only charge the one price.
I don't think they would. I think greed is too big of a factor.
It's kind of like the same
Yeah.
Star Trek stuff. Like nothing.
It would take time to weed out
Assholes.
those people with that mindset, because the kids growing up in that's going to be
So we would
all
need
their
to wait
life.
like a generation or two.
that's their reality. Is they just, hey, I'm going to go get a car because mine broke down. Just go get a fucking
I like
car.
that. Get in a car, not paying
And then
anything.
what are you going to do with all that free time that you have? And education is free, so you can
Probably
go get an
jerk off.
education.
Oh,
You
wow.
get a different job that you like more, or you can use that time fucking inventing stuff
Innovate. Yeah.
Or jerking off.
or jerking off,
Or both.
whatever you want.
Most likely jerking off.
Invent a new category of porn.
I thought you were
no one
gonna
ever
say
heard of.
I don't think
a
there
new
are
way to
any-
jerk off.
That's already allowed.
I don't think there's any more that you can invent.
Oh, I'm sure there's something.
I just look at the Japanese. They'll come up with something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
They're innovators in many fields.
Not insulting the Japanese in any.
No, this is a compliment in the highest regard.
You fucking
What about
freak?
selective breeding?
What?
Yeah, selective breeding. You find the most generous man and the most generous female, and you get them to produce.
Their kid.
You know,
would
it's
be a
like you breed
dick.
dogs. You pick out the qualities in the dogs that you like, and then you breed them together to create a new.
It's kind of like it's the same principle like that the Spartans did,
Yeah.
only in a different shade of the rainbow.
Yeah, just another direction.
Yeah, probably for the betterment of society and humanity to do it the way you're talking about. To have everyone be gentle and nice and caring and sharing.
I think it's time to go.
Unfortunately, it's not in most people's nature.
Yeah, it is.
What? I mean, y'all kept talking.
Well, I mean, it's a late night, so
It's way past time to go. Da-dup, the end. Goodbye.
Oh no, this is the outro. Anybody got anything to say?
no, I just
No.
No, I'm gonna eat my chips.
Okay, love you. Bye. Thanks for listening. You'll find all the stuff in the description where you can find us. Please email me or something. I'm so lonely. Goodbye.
please do it.